Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Duels. This week we are going to be taking a look at a green-white Delirium deck. Yes, you heard me, white. If you haven't watched the deck tech, be sure to check it out. I did mention, kind of fancy playing Delirium, but you all know me well enough to not play the most popular version. And actually, when I looked up green-white Delirium, there was nothing there. So this is, as far as I'm aware, the only Magic Duels green-white Delirium deck on YouTube at the moment, which is interesting. But yeah, let's find out why. Alright, I'll see you in the games, guys. Sweet. Oh, sweet baby Jimbus. We're not taking that. We are on the play as well. Yeah, we can take this. Evolving Wilds into a green source allows us to get the Vessel, which can grab us another land. We've got the Westvale Abbey. From that point on, it is a little slow since we are tapping out a basic on turn 1, but what can you do? Our opponent is rank 36, called Tefastrophe. Alright. Cool. Cool name, bro. Alright, we draw a late game winner that we won't be casting for quite some time. Play the Vessel, Westvale Abbey, go. Hopefully we draw a land next turn. Green one at that, because then we can crack our Vessel and play the Gnarlwood Dryad at the same time. Lambholt Pacifist. This is mono green Stompy by the looks of it, or it could be red-green Werewolves. They're kind of screwed on mana. There we go, that's lovely. Alright, we'll play the Gnarlwood Dryad. And we might as well pass the turn over since we're going to be tapping out for the Vessel anyway. And we've played a land for the turn, so there's really no reason to play that right now. Or to sack it, sorry. You never know, they might Reclamation Sage it, and then we've got ourselves a Elemental Uprising. Get a 4/4. Alright. Well, I'll trade off a Dryad with that. Happily. Let's... No, we don't need lands. We'll just get the Desperate Sentry, I think, so... Yeah. We have 3 card types in our graveyard now. Sweet. I don't know if he knows this has got Death Touch. We have to block it anyway. So he's down a land. He hits for 3, but he won't be able to hit us again. Ooh. Extractor of Sin. Interesting. So I think we want a Desperate Sentry into Extractor. Kill the Desperate Sentry. Then we'll get 2 3/2s. And we can block this guy if he ever comes in anyway. We'll see flip over to a 4/4. Yeah. Cool. Well, we can block it all day, which is pretty sweet. He finds his land drop and gets himself a Sylvan Advocate. He'd be a land closer to that, getting bigger, if he hadn't have done whatever that was. I have to assume he didn't know that had Death Touch, to be honest. Can't see any other reason to do what he just did. Alright, let's go with Extricator of Sin. Sacrificing our Sentry. Sweet. That is 4 card types in our graveyard, so we have Delirium online now. So if the Extricator survives, he'll become a 3/5 with Vigilance, and all the rest of our horrors will get Vigilance also. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. Is he going to get in with an attack? I would advise not, because I will murder it. The Advocate's the only one that can attack, since he doesn't have a creature with power 4 or greater as well. Yep, he's learnt his lesson. Alright. We got ourselves an Extricator. I suppose we might as well get in with our 3/2, since he's so adamant on not attacking into them. Yep, take 6. Won't attack, won't block. So we're in a perfect spot here. Let's go with... Oh, we could grapple with the past. And potentially get something... We can get a Dryad back with that. So let's tap our colourless. We also get to potentially get a better card. No, it's just the Gnarlwood Dryad then. Play the Dryad. We have a 3/3 Death Touch, so if he wants to do what he did last time... Oh, we've lost an Eldritch Evolution. That's alright. I'll get over that. Alright, he gets himself a Scion. And a colourless source. Nissa's Judgment. Support 2 and then fight, is it? Choose up to one target creature your opponent controls. Each creature with a 1/1 counter deals damage equal to its power. So yeah. Interesting. Surprised they went with the Dryad, to be honest. They must really hate Death Touch. Alright. Well, we can go... Well, we can do Ishkana. But I don't know what that does for us. Our opponent's now out of our range a little bit with our horrors. Which is upsetting, to say the least. I think we'll Desperate Sentry, and then what we can do is we can tap this guy down, sacrifice, get a 3/2, and get the 3/2 off the Sentry as well. So we can keep our board pretty damn wide. And blocks quite nicely into these guys as well if we choose to do that. Alright, we're going to have to pass the turn over. Nothing we can do. Our opponent is ramping into what I assume is an Ulamog, because he can sack this at any point to go grab whatever Eldrazi he wants, which is a problem. He's got another one as well. Yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle now. Could do with our Angel to get over the top. Alright, well, we're just going to sack this guy, get 2 3/2s. If we hit a land, we can Ormondol and kill him in next to no time. Or a Gideon. We'll Ultimate Gideon. Make some very hard to block creatures. Or do we just want to... kind of want an Emblem right now. Push through that damage. Gets him... Gets him these Scions to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9. Yeah, I kind of think getting the Emblem off Gideon's a good idea. So we'll get some 4/3s. Get in with them. 16 damage coming at you. You have to block at least one of them. He can profitably block one, but the rest he can't. Alright, it's taking 8. I think he's going for that Ulamog. So we'll see. We're no worse off than we were a turn ago. Yeah, we're probably going to see a sack right here, I'd imagine. Sylvan Advocate. So he's got another 4/5 with Vigilance and a Reality Smasher. Ooh. Alright. That Reality Smasher is not coming in. He's playing very conservatively. I don't think he's doing him any favours. Alright. So, we are going to grapple with the past. Leaving up our 3 mana. Let's go get... Another Desperate Sentry to widen our board, perhaps? Or a Dryad to block any creature he throws at us. He's very terrified of our Dryads, but he's so close to dying anyway. Dryad, Sentry... Oh, Dryad, he's scared of it. We can play on that. We didn't hit our land drop this turn, so we can Pilgrim's Eye first. And get ourselves a forest. And with said forest, we can put down our Dryad. Next turn we can Pilgrim's Eye for the black source, and then we can start draining our opponent soon after that. There is no profit in us attacking, so we're going to pass the turn. I think we're going to see an Ulamog here, though. So he's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oran Reef Hydra. Okay. And he's going to pass the turn. He's giving us far too much time to do what we want, which is going to be the death of him. In fact, it's the death of him right now, because we can just Ormondol and win. There's no reach here, right? Nope, there is no reach. Sacrifice 5 creatures. 5 creatures down. We get a 9/7. Boosh. It's actually a 10/8. Yeah. Alright, we'll get in. He should have been attacking us for a long time there. We wouldn't be in this situation otherwise. But, what can you do? Alright, on to the next game. Alright, we're on the play. We can't do anything with this hand, so we'll throw it back. Oh dear. For a very low land count, you sure do give me a lot of lands. That'll have to do. Okay, we'll go with Evolving Wilds. And we'll pass the turn over. So we can do Selesnya Delirium, but we now have no way to activate Delirium at this point in time. Hopefully, since half the deck is about filling up Delirium, we should be able to get something out. Oh dear, this is aggro. Alright, well, we're in a bit of trouble. Let's go with a Forest here. And we'll go for the Selesnya. We don't want to block our opponent with it, though. Ooh, Vessel. Vessel's good. I'd prefer to do Vessel, I think. Since we're not planning on blocking with Skinner, it doesn't do anything. So, I'll just play a Forest and pass the turn. Our opponent, by the way, is Sashadin, rank 16. By the looks of it, playing red deck wins. Red-black deck wins. Asylum Visitor. It's definitely an aggro deck. He's trying to empty out his hand very quickly by the looks of it. As is the tradition of aggro decks. Alright, he's going to get in for 1. We draw a Reaper. That is the last card I wanted to see. So we're going to sack our Vessel. See if we can get anything decent off of it. We have land and enchantment currently in the graveyard. So, we have Delirium now. Because of Pilgrim's Eye. I'll grab another Vessel though. It does allow us to dig a little deeper into our deck, find some nice answers. And we can also play it alongside the Selesnya that now has Delirium. So it will be a 3-3 when we play it on the end of his turn. We might see it getting burnt away though, that's the only thing. Our opponent's getting in for 4. Cool. I think once we get things like Ishkana down on the battlefield though, should be fairly standard. Excuse me. Right, let's go with Vessel into Selesnya. Counter on itself. I sure as hell ain't putting it on any of them. Alright. Pass the turn. Counter on our Skinner. Next turn we can Dryad and Vessel at the same time. Probably want to find ourselves a land if we don't draw one. So we want to get towards this Ishkana. Should be pretty sweet. Oh, Bone Splinters. Oh, fair enough. Fair play. He's going to do 1 damage to us with his Arsonist. We lose our Skinner. He's gone but not forgotten. We have ways of getting him back. Plus, he wasn't doing a great deal anyway. We are down to 11 though. We are starting to get worried a little bit. Canopy Vista is very nice. Let's go with Vessel first, I think. Yep, that looks right. Find out what we can get. Can only grab the things that Vessel mills, unfortunately. Blob. Blob's pretty good. We do lose some lands there, unfortunately, but we get a Gnarlwood Dryad, which blanks a little bit of his burn, but not all of it. Also stops this Asylum Visitor from coming in to have a chat with us. Won't be having that anymore. If he plays the other Visitor though, I'll just Declaration it. But I think I'll save this for something much scarier. Something like a Bedlam Reveler maybe, or something along that line. If I block this, then I can get the Blob down and potentially get through, because right now the Blob can't get through this 3-1, which is a bit annoying. So I will throw our Dryad under the bus. And we will see what our opponent plays. Priest of the Bloodright. Yeah, that's annoying. But it is manageable, because we Declaration in Stone his token, We can Pilgrim's Eye, get a land, then Declaration. That is what we'll do. We'll get the swamp for our Ishkana, I think. There you are. And play the swamp. And Declaration your 5/5. You get no clue tokens since it was a token. And now you start losing 2 life every turn. He does get to get in for an attack here because I don't really want to throw my Pilgrim's Eye into that. It's not something I want to chump at this point in time. So I think I'd rather... Oh, well, I'm going to lose it anyway. So we're down to 10, down to 8 with the Priest. We can play Ishkana next turn, which allows us to no longer let our opponent get any hits in. Unfortunately, we're going to have to chump this... well, we're going to have to kill the Priest at some point. Collective Effort's pretty good, actually. Because with the Ishkana, we get the 1/2 tokens, and then Collective Effort is going to boost them up. Which is pretty sweet. So, let's play Ishkana. We're at 8, though, so we're at risk of just being burnt out. So we'll have to see. Our opponent's going to go down to 16, though, with the Priest. And then we're going to kill it, because he probably wants it dead. But we don't want to be dead. We're getting to this point now where I'd rather not lose any more life. Stormkirk Condemned. Alright. Discard and give all of his vampires +1/+1. This isn't a vampire, is it? No, it's a human cleric. Didn't think so. Alright. So I'm going to assume my opponent doesn't have all the cards in the game because it's a bit of a mishmash of different cards. Like, there's no reason really to play this unless you just want it for the discard ability. Which who knows. And he didn't want to get his priest killed either, which is another thing. Pulse of Marasa, nice, nice. All right, I think we're just gonna collective effort though and make our spider tokens really big. Or do we want to blob first? Nah, I think we just want to make our creatures big. Let's start putting the pressure on. We have some 2/3s. None of them profitably block our opponents. If he double blocks to kill one of our tokens, we block the one that doesn't have the priest die. Keep his priest alive for another turn to make him go down a little bit more. Alright. Just thought if he has a creature steal, we are dead. So that was a bit of a risky play just there. We could get punished for it. Looks like we haven't because he's gone into his attack step. Alright. Well, we can take it from here, so I think we're just going to kill his priest. You got something to kill my Ishkana, have you? It's not a vampire. Yeah. It wouldn't kill my Ishkana anyway. Ah, Chandra's Ignition. Ah, I see. Alright. Smooth. Smooth. We get the Pulse of Marasa anyway. I would have preferred to have our Ishkana die so I could pulse it back, but you know, can't win everything. Alright. We are going to attack him with our Ishkana. See if he blocks. Probably does. Unless he thinks he can kill us. Yeah, he thinks he can kill us. Alright. Well, we're going to bait him into that. We'll keep the pulse in our hands so we can gain 6 life. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to do 6 plus R5. Not a chance. We're going to have to grapple. It's the only thing we can do on this turn. Let's see. Could get a Dryad. Could get a Pilgrim's Eye. Or could get a Skinner. I think a Skinner's a good idea though. We'll pass the turn over. Right. Can our opponent kill us. Or think he can kill us. Because we're going to pulse back. I don't know. Probably the Dryad. He does not think he can kill us. Alright. We are going to go pulse it back anyway. Let's go Dryad. Alright. He could have discarded a Fiery Temper and cast another one to kill us in response. But he didn't. So it was not one of those risks that I cared about making. Let's play our Blob and play 2 Dryads. Fill that board up. He's dead next turn. Boosh. Alright. Ishkana, do your thing. He has to block here, otherwise he dies. Or at least he has to kill Ishkana anyway. Alright. Down goes the Condemned. And pass over the turn. We are swinging in for a lot this turn. Quite a fair bit. Yep. Alright. Opponent's had enough. We actually went pretty deep into our deck as well. Desperate Sentry. Cool. Alright, we're just going to get in for our attack. We only need to do 4. And we're doing a lot more. 16, I believe. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. So be sure to like and share and all that jazz. It helps me out a great deal and supports the channel. Gets my video shown to new people and spreads the love. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so immediately. It helps me out a great deal as well, and it informs you when our next game will be coming out, which will be tomorrow, but you don't need to know that. Anyway guys, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye bye.